Hello, everyone. This is JD Calderon, and this is Indy Comics Explained. And yet again, I brought on another fantastic group of comic book independent creators. And without further ado, look, please hit like, hit subscribe, share the video. But look, I just want to get to this show. All right. So I'm going to bring this guy on. What's up, Jay?
Me? You gonna bring me on? You gonna bring me
Yes,
in
sir.
here? What is up, brother? How we doing tonight? Everything good?
Everything's good, man.
Why'd you take your face off the screen? What's wrong? It's your show. You got to show up. You got to show face.
All right. Eventually, I'll be there.
Let me fix my tie here. What is up, everybody? I am JD Rosario from Unstoppable Comics. Been making books since 2008, trying to find a way to stay above water and sharing some of what I've learned the hard way with anybody else who's listening.
All right. Very nice. Very nice. All right.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah. And I see he should be using the avatar. See, that's
Nah, he looks good. He looks good.
You just call me ugly?
No,
you're not
I'd
wrong.
never
I'm
say
just
that.
asking.
I'd
Like,
never
I'm
say that to
gonna
somebody who
clarify.
just got out of the joint. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
That's right.
I
Looking
don't
like you just
compare
shanked
to the-
somebody.
Jay, you are the Vanna White to JD's Sajak, so I can't compare to your gorgeousness. I apologize.
Excuse me while I put on a dress. Give me a minute here.
Jesus. No.
I am, of course, Damion Waldbrunn, creator of Realm X. I am currently working on that, by the way. And
Very
we're here
good.
tonight to enjoy the fun and ask some good questions.
All right. Very nice.
Hello. Hi. Corissa Grant from Worthy Chaos. I am the creator and writer, and I have a Kickstarter every other month. And I've been doing this for just over a year, and issue 8 is live now on Kickstarter.
Very nice. Very nice. How you doing, Martha? Please
Hi,
introduce yourself.
yeah, my name's Martha. I'm very happy to be on here today. I am the creator of a comic called Seed Seekers, and I have a Kickstarter launched right now. It's in its 5th volume, so I hope you guys check it out.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ben Ferrari, Pilot Studios. It's my first time on with JD and everybody, so I appreciate being here. I've created dozens of books since 2008. I think Jay said he started at the same time, so that's pretty cool. We both been in this for a while.
Nice.
Twinsies. I've done 7 Kickstarters, and I have my 7th on right now called Warhawk and Magni Adventures, number 1 and 2. It's a double feature, war comics and superhero mashup. So,
All right. Very nice. Very nice. All right. So let's start it off. Right. Let's start it off. So the show question. All right. So let's be honest. How important is reciprocity in the indie community to you? Right.
I don't even know what that means.
Okay. So let me break it down.
I'm out. Good night, everybody.
All right. So all right. Screw it. I made a mistake. All right. Anyway.
Define it.
No, that's what I was gonna do. Sorry about that, Chris. I couldn't help myself.
Yeah.
But yes, reciprocity. So how do you feel about when you share out things to people, right? Do you feel that other creators have a responsibility, not just to yourself, but to the community, to share other projects? You understand? It's not necessarily to you specifically. You understand? But how important is it that they reciprocate? You understand? I mean,
Are you talking about people that have worked on your project or just random creators on your lists?
Oh, we're
Are you
talking
talking about the
about
artists that worked on our stuff, or are you talking about like other creators that have nothing to do with it?
Well, I'm talking about the greater community. I'm talking about let's say I have this show, right? I like to share everybody's stuff out. The only thing I ask is that you share out the link and let everybody know you're going to be on the show, right? It helps you, it benefits the show, and it benefits everybody. So that's the only thing I'm looking for, really. But there are other people, like if you share somebody's link, would you appreciate if somebody shared your link, so on and so forth. And I mean, whether that be a creator on the book, because I know there is an issue with some people hiring cover artists and they don't want to share out campaigns, so on and so forth. So, and it's an individual thing. right? So I'm looking for how you specifically feel about that particular subject matter. So, well, Carissa, I'm hold on. Let me there you go. I put you back. All right. So, so Carissa, how do you feel about it? We'll start with you.
I don't, no one is required to do anything about anything. I share out a lot all the time. So it's nice when people share out mine, but I don't share out theirs so that they will share out mine. I just share out because I'm trying to support other creators. And obviously it's nice if they do, but I mean, they're not required, you know, they don't, I know some that never do. And I know some that always do. I'm lucky that a lot share mine out. But I never say, oh, that bastard didn't share it out. I appreciate those that do. So it's not their job. It's nice. I support as many creators as I can. So, but you know, some people are just out for themselves, and that's okay. That's what they want. But you know, some people won't share out theirs then, and they'll, in the long run, they're the ones that'll suffer that, you know, but.
All right, fair enough. Ben, what are your thoughts?
It's a complicated subject, you know.
Yes.
I started doing Kickstarters, I want to say 7 years ago, maybe 8 now. And I think I thought that if I supported other people's Kickstarters, as in actually backing them, you know, other creators at a similar level to me, that there would be what am I saying?
They'll send it to they'll back you.
And
reciprocating.
Reciprocating. It didn't work out that way, you know. I supported a lot of guys that were sort of at my level, and I guess I expected it. You know, I thought, oh, I'm going to support these guys, and it'll come back. That didn't happen, you know. And I didn't hold a grudge or anything. That would be immature. And the reality is, people just can't support everything out there. So if I support theirs, they don't have any obligation to reciprocate. That's a fact, you know. And so I've learned over time that I'm just going to support the ones that I want to support because it's an interesting concept, even if it's you know, even if it's someone at my level. We're both making books, we're both hustling. My good friends that I make comics with all the time, I always support theirs. But you know, there's just no way financially I can support everybody that I'd like to, you know. And I've learned, like I said, that I can't expect anybody to reciprocate, and so I don't expect it anymore. I learned that, you know what I mean? I had an idea and I was wrong in the end. I think if you're sharing out links for other people, just supporting them in that way, I think it's reasonable to hope that people would at least reciprocate in that small way. It takes about 10 seconds. But let's face it, that doesn't happen either sometimes, you know. So like I said, you can't hold grudges. That's a reality. We're all busy. We're all trying to make something. And I'm not going to hold it against somebody for not doing something, you know, whether it's just support a link or back it, you know.
Okay, fair enough. Martha, how do you feel about it?
Oh, I agree everything that everyone said so far. I personally, I like to help as many people as I can. And the biggest thing is that I like to see what's out there, you know. There's so many genres, so many things to look at. That's what's the beauty about Kickstarter, is the fact that it can help get the work out there. And even with the simple like sharing or, you know, giving $1 or whatever you can do to support, always makes me happy. But I try my best to, like, if I can afford it, I like to back in as much as I can, because I just curious to see the work, because I like to see what you guys come up with. I'm like, some of you guys I've supported, some of you guys I've seen before, so I'm always curious to see what you got and what you come up with. So I'm excited for it. So I do what I can, but I agree. Sometimes it can be a little hard, especially on the pocketbook sometimes. So if you can't, you know, just share it out. And I also like the fact that some people also like do the little previews, and at least you get the idea and stuff. So that's good. That's a good thing about it as well. I prefer Kickstarter over most platforms too, because, you know, you find a lot more people that way. So that's just me.
Okay, that's cool. Damion, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I think everybody's put it pretty eloquently at this point. I will say this, personally speaking, I over the last year have not really been able to contribute a lot, but I've tried to share as much as possible this coming year, rather than focus on large contributions to one or two people. I'm actually trying to give a couple of dollars to everybody to try to just get that support out there as much as I can. But that's just me. That's just like a choice I've made. I don't think anybody ever has an obligation to help you. What I've seen so many times, and I think everybody's trying to stay positive on this, is what I've seen so many times is people that will never share your whatever you're promoting, and then want to complain when you don't or someone else doesn't, and wants to just grouse about it. And yes, it is accepting that there's no obligation, but don't expect anything if you're not willing to do it. Like, I think we all could say that there's at least one person we could think of that we were sure was going to help us promote our stuff and just completely bailed on us. And it hurt, you know? And it's one of those things where you eventually get that thick skin, but you should hopefully never let it get so thick that you don't continue to help others, even if they may not be, you know, helping you every time. You could at least see like the next person coming up, or this person who you know has contributed. Maybe you're going to help promote them, that kind of thing. So just staying real with it, but also trying to think towards that assistance to others.
Fair enough. Jay, what are your thoughts?
Unless I'm paying for a service, I don't expect anybody to share my stuff. I appreciate it when they do. And thank you. You know, sometimes there's that automatic stuff when they back you, right? But I don't have as much a problem with that as I do the folks who are asking for creators to share their PDF files on their reward level, right? Where they're selling 9 and 10 books for $1 on an entry fee, and not reciprocating with one of their PDFs on your campaign. You know, I mean, that's you know, and even PDF swap is something I'm always advocating for. You know, 1 for 1. But there's some folks I think that are out there taking advantage of newer creators, right? And using the very fun expression of exposure, right? Hey, you get exposure to my, you know, 300 backer fan base, getting your book for $1, very undervalued, when they back my campaign, and I'll give you nothing for it. You know, I won't even give you the plug. You know, so there's some creators that are out there doing that on their campaigns. I think that's taking advantage of a lot of other folks on the platform community, stuff like that.
All right. Cool. I mean, for myself, I mean, I asked the question because I've heard a few creators mostly complaining about bigger creators, right?
Okay.
People who are making like 6 figures and whatever, and that they never share out anybody's stuff. They never talk about anybody else, right? And I'm like, well, you know, I mean, you know, it's one of those things. They say, you know, millionaires don't hang out with normal people, and billionaires don't hang out with millionaires, so on and so forth, right? They just try to hang out with themselves, and they don't. I'm pretty sure it's not a fact that they don't want to help anybody out, but the problem is that when you stick your hand in, you know, even if you help out a dozen people, there's going to be 12 dozen other people behind them saying, "Why didn't you help me?" Right? So it's gonna be difficult, I would imagine, on that level. But that's also why I make it a point never to share any of those guys out. You know, I might buy their product, but I don't talk about it. Right. You understand? I mean, I'll listen. If Mike Mignola puts up a Kickstarter, I'm probably gonna back it, but I'm not gonna talk about it. You understand? The same thing goes with Matt Kint. Huge fan. You understand? He raises $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 on his. He does not need me to talk about his book,
right?
You know, but I will back his book, right? So, but there's plenty of smaller creators, like you know, plenty of people whose books I have purchased. You understand? Because I feel, you know, our community is really what needs it, and this is a community that I try to help the most. So I'm sorry, Jay. I was
No. I wanted to tag on to what you were talking about, and well, pretty much ask. So creators like Neil Gaiman, excuse me,
gaming.
they're not expected to, drop the rope ladder for those of us that are behind, underneath, right? Because he did a big campaign. But should other creators, lower the ladder for those below them?
Well, it's like I said,
is the reciprocity because they're sharing, and then there's bringing up the group underneath you.
Right, but the problem is, though, is like I just said, though, if they dip their hand in, even if they help out 24 people, there's another 12 dozen people that are going to be like, why didn't you help me? Right? So you can help out 100 people, and there's still going to be another 500 people behind them saying, why didn't you help me?
Well,
right?
See, all right, so that's when you have to differentiate the people that need the help up and those that are looking to ride the coattails of others, right? And we know that there are quite a few creators out there who are pretty much, do it for me creators, right? And you didn't do it for me, I'm going to tear you a new one to whoever to whoever brings up your name. But here's a great example is you and me. We're here almost every week.
But I don't support your books, though.
I don't support books. But see, this is a platform where you're sharing other people's content and we're sharing information.
Right.
And here we are, we're extending the ladder, right? And there are going to be people that are going to be tearing our name through the coals. It has happened already.
I don't know by who. I welcome, me, I got an open door policy. I let everybody on the show. So,
Yeah. Okay.
To your chagrin, I know, but yes.
But, so there's some of that, right? And it's leaving the information out there for those who want to find it. But then, you got to stop the line at those who want to ride your back all the way out.
Well, fair enough.
You can't always do that. You can't always notice that right at the beginning. So when you've been burned too many times, Bart, you're just like, I'm going to stay away from that whole sharing situation.
So we guess, Damion, looks like you wanted to say something.
I think also sharing in that way has to be a priority to you. You have to want to do that. You have to be able to remember. It's like, if you're, I hate to use a parent analogy, but it's like, when you're a parent trying to remember when you were a kid, like when I was dealing with my son when he was a teenager, it was, I know you're going to lie to me. Just lie to me well. Lie to me so I don't think you think I'm stupid. Don't offend me with, don't do that. We're good. I think it's, in a weird way, it's sort of that mentality of I can remember, or they can't maybe remember what it was like to be there. Right. They're looking down the barrel of that 6 figures going, I'm covered, right. and I can help this person, that person. And you're right, JD. It's, I think there's enough people questionable behind them going, hey, I just want to hook on and I just want to put your name in my thing. And that way people will buy me. And it is I think that at that level, it's a hard rope to walk. But I do feel like, and it's again, just me personally, at this level, there are people that obviously do more than me, which could be said very easily. But they deserve my effort, and they deserve my sharing, and they deserve, the couple of bucks I got, because I don't have a lot, but I'll help if I can. I'll help out, and because I'm with them. We're here in the trenches. We're doing it. They're trying to do it, and to me, I feel like I have an obligation to do that, even if it's not I don't consider the community having it. I do.
Okay.
All right, that's fair. All right, cool. Jay, you're up.
I thought I asked the question. We're bringing the letter down. All right. I'm gonna ask the question that I had asked last night. And are too many people putting the cart before the horse and thinking of all the shiny baubles that need to go into selling the book, as opposed to making a better book? So are creators, thinking about the tchotchkes before they're thinking about the book? Or should they be thinking about the book and then the tchotchkes later?
I just want to put out a good book. That's my priority. Coming up with add-ons or stretch goals. That's all very secondary. So I've backed a lot of Kickstarters that I didn't think were very good. I got them, and it's like, well, that was not worth my time. Either the artwork wasn't so good, or the story bored me, or whatever. Are they so there's no way to say why that, are they prioritizing extras and shiny objects over their story? I don't know. Maybe they're just, just getting it out there to get it out there and be done with it. I don't know. Okay. And you're not going to win not everything you read is going to be good. I understand that. Mm-hmm. Right. I know what I do, and that's create the best book I can. And then maybe I throw in some good add-ons.
Yeah. I mean, just to add on to Ben, I remember I got once back the campaign. It had great artwork. I read the story, was not that great, but I got the bestest keychain out of it. Cool. I still have this keychain. The keychain was the best part of the entire campaign. So
that's fucked up.
It's true though. It's true. The keychain was the best part of the entire campaign, because that book was mid at best. Martha, how do you feel about it?
About the
Jay's question is about, do you feel that it's more what is it? The people put more emphasis on like the tchotchkes as opposed to their actual physical book, and like how do you deal with that?
For example, I've seen people spend too much money, trying to get the coffee mug right into their campaign, where they could have taken that money and used it for better cover artwork, or a better letterer, or maybe a course on how to tell a story using 3-act structure. Sometimes they look at the shiny objects without saying, let me take a hard look at myself and the product you're selling. Is it as good as it could be?
My focus, I try my best, because I am guilty of putting like little nice pretty add-ons, or try.
We all are. I'm not knocking it. I'm not trying to put anybody down by saying that.
Yeah, but my other goal is to because I'm the writer and the artist of my series.
Oh, wow.
And my thing is that I like to feature cover artists. I like to reach out and find other artists to even the no-name artist, or the guy, or I even have fan art in the back of the book, because my goal is to shine the artists out there, to shine the writer and the creators out there. Those who are afraid to shine, those are afraid to come out there and do things. So all right. That's my main thing. Getting the art on there.
Hey, look, I like my shiny objects too. I give away these damn acrylic pins.
Nice.
So Corissa, what are your thoughts on the question?
Nobody wants my opinion on this one. I'm merch queen for a reason.
You say it, please. There's no right or wrong.
I am obsessed with merch. So I have plushies. I have
we're women.
5 new plushies this time. I have 3D arts. I have more plushies. Yeah, I've got everything. So don't look at me.
Jay just asked this question because he was jealous.
I've been doing this 14 months now, and this is my 8th Kickstarter. And
14 months. Wow.
14 months. Yeah. Halloween was my 1 year. So
that's impressive. Yeah.
The queen of add-ons. Yeah, I'm the queen of merch. Anything you can think of, I have it, and what you see is probably only 60% of what I actually have. Because there's so much. I have, the laser etched wood carvings and metal covers. I have the keychains. I have metal trading cards and buttons and if you name it, I probably have it. Magnets. The coins. I got the gold plated coins. Those are real shiny baubles there. So
yes, the shiny coins. Awesome coin. Thank you.
Yeah.
You got the 8-foot body pillow too?
I have, they're 3 feet and then I have the 1 feet. This is the
That's
1
great.
foot.
Wow.
But I have the plushie zombies. I've got everything here. These aren't even out yet. These are my vampire chameleon bats. So
All right, so Carissa's operating on a totally different level. She's already got the gift shop for her theme park ride set up. You know what I mean? When you come out, you're gonna hit her shop, and she's off to the races.
I don't launch live anymore because I have anxiety because it takes people about 30 minutes to read through my 30 tiers. So like I don't like being live when it happens. I go live 2 hours later and then I'm already funded, so I feel better. Like I was like, so
Nice.
I don't like to launch live because people are reading my I have 30 tiers this time, and then I have probably 30 add-ons because I have a lot of add-ons. I have the zombie pre-launches and I have the Anubis pre-launches and then metal covers and metal trading cards. So yes, I am full stop store when you come shopping.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Okay, so getting to Jay's question, do you are people responding to your stories and your art? You know what I mean? Are you?
Oh yeah, I'm on issue 8.
Okay, and so it's the story and the art is the main thing that people are after, and you also have all this cool stuff.
Oh yeah, the story comes first.
That's awesome. No, yeah,
there we go.
and I think Jay's question, that's a good answer. Yeah.
So the story comes first. It's very I have, obviously I'm biased. It's a very good story. The merch was for me. I buy it for me, and then it's tax deductible selling it to you, and that's literally how it started. So I get one of everything, and then if you buy it, good. If you don't, that's okay. So
That's
yeah,
I'm happy for you. Congratulations on that.
I thank you.
Yeah. Let me tell you, once you figure out how to make it a nice tax deduction, it's a good thing.
Best time ever. Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
How do I afford all that crap? It's
She
best
just
not
told
to
you she
do
writes.
such things. Yeah.
She just told you she writes it off for taxes.
Yeah, don't do what I do. It's not advisable. I don't have a budget. I just buy whatever I want and then I'll figure it out later. So
Hope for the best.
Yeah, crossing my fingers. I don't even want to. I don't want to even
There you
add it
go.
up. When Lori does it, she adds up every single dollar, and I'm just like, this is whatever. Like my 12th issue is halfway done, so I just keep going. So doesn't really affect me. But it's not wise to do it my way. I have very high credit cards, so that helps.
As long as you can make the payments, you're good.
There you go.
I still have the house. When I have a different background, like a library, we could start worrying.
Gotcha. Nice.
She's gonna start doing her live streams in a canvas tent.
Yeah, when you see Starbucks behind me, something went wrong.
All right. So, Damion, Jay, just hold on to your answers because Martha, she only has a limited amount of time, so I want to go through her campaign. real
Okay,
quick, all right?
cool. No problem.
Yeah, well, first off, I want to thank you guys for having me. I mean, I really enjoy doing shows, and I never really been on JD's show before, so I really appreciate the reach out and the fact that you're doing this for me. So, yeah.
No. Listen, like I said, I this is one of the things I like doing. So, do you want me to play this video?
So, yeah, no, not
You worked
really.
on it. You worked on it. Play the video, bro. It's important. Play the
It's an
video.
old video.
Is it 2 hours? Is it 2 hours long?
No, it's not. It's not long. It's just an old video. It's probably not even related to this one. Go ahead.
Well, let's take a look. Hold on.
If it works.
Yeah, it works.
You broke it.
Very cool.
Yeah, so.
I'm sorry, that was a
Anyway,
bit of a bop. I had to kind of get into it.
Yeah, that video is from the very first book of this series, actually. This is the third, 3 stories long. So if you do join, I still have everything in there. So if you want to, like, you know, oh, I'm gonna get into it, you can get all 3 books. You can get them in PDF form or in physical form. It basically, Seed Seekers is a story about, well, reaching back, the idea is actually an old Dungeons and Dragons cartoon. I don't know if you guys know about the old Dungeons and Dragons cartoon where they get on a roller coaster and they go into the Dungeon Master world and all that. So,
I got the full set of Hasbro figures. I love that show.
Yeah, that's where I got the idea from. Was
Right.
we have our hero, but this one is about our hero is actually born in another dimension. His name is Ian. And his world was being destroyed by this evil force. So they decided to take him into our world to help rebuild, or to help from the world being destroyed worse than it already is. So now they have to bring him back to bring him to the world, so because it's dying and they need his help to help recover it. But all in all, the gist of the story is, in the end, they come to find out it's them working together to help rebuild the world. It's not just him. So this story is more a fact that he's missing his home. He wants to go back to see how his family is, the ones that raised him, and the other characters come back along with him. So they don't know anything about our world. So they come into this world and just discover there's a whole bunch of stuff that they don't realize that can be a little more dangerous than they like to think. So this is actually the final issue of this series. So, you know,
Martha, I'm impressed. It's a good looking book. Skills.
Again, like I said, I'm the artist and the story writer, so I do almost everything. So the good thing is I don't lose too much when it comes to creating it.
So you put a lot of work into it.
But
And
yeah, so this is like the 5th volume. I couldn't even count how many books that I've created. Like, there's the 1st volume, it sets up the story. The 2nd volume is the backstory. The 3rd volume, we meet new characters in the world that he's in. And now this story is coming back where he's like, well, he misses his family, so he wants to go see them, but he brings his friends along, and then they come out and discover that, you know, it's not the fairy tale world that they are in. So they learn about, you know, politics and stuff that we go through every day. But all in all, it tells a story about how we work together. So it's an idea story for kids, but for adults alike. So
how long have you been working on this? I mean, your 5th volume, so it's not like it's overnight. How many years?
Yeah. Actually, I started back in 2000, oddly enough,
Okay.
but I never really decided to come forward till about like 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
So that's when I started bringing it forward. Slowly gathered a following. I did it on my own in the beginning, but then I found, this is why I enjoy this. It's because I come across other creators and you guys and stuff, and I learn a lot. So it's like, and I get my editors and I get people to help me out with the writing and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'd say that it took a while to get to this point. So, Seed Seekers. And now, like, that's my main story. And then I have other stories out there. I created a comic called Aliens West, where the aliens that crash land into the Old West, and they're stuck there. So how do they get back into, you know, to their planet in the old-timey West where you can't find, you know, the resources for it. And I'm looking to expand new and other ideas in comics too. So that's why I'm Schwartz Graphics. Don't ask me where that's like my name mixed up. So that's how I got the name of it. But yes, but anyway, focus back on Seed Seekers. That's pretty much where I'm at right now. So I'm currently at 68%. So I'm doing well.
And you're a project we love, so that's very good. That's a nice stamp.
Yeah, the very first time I've been doing this I've been on Kickstarter because I hear all you guys, and on your Kickstarter developing. I've been on Kickstarter for about, I want to say 5 years, and I have like 7 books on there now, all fully funded. So, this one's getting there. So hopefully we get funded. Yeah. So my biggest goal until the whole thing is to get more views, more backers, not really more say the funding. I'm not worried about that. I just want to get more backers, more people, more eyes on the prize sort of thing.
Cool.
Gotcha. Now, I mean, you said you've done what? This is your 5th volume in this series?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Like, how many pages is each volume? Roughly about 120.
The first one's my biggest book. That was about 7 issues. I ended up making a graphic novel out of that. The second one was 2 issues, but I made a graphic novel out of that as well.
Cool.
I'm thinking with all of it, it's probably about 10,000 pages total so far that I've done.
Whoa!
Was it 10,000?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Of course, I could be exaggerating on that one, but yeah.
Way to be. God bless.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, 10. If you told me 1,000, I would have been like, "That's impressive." 10,000 is insane because Cerebus is only 6,000 pages.
And
just say 10,000. Just keep that.
Yeah, just stay with 10,000. Why not? Because that's it.
If you get onto the series, you'll see how it develops and my art develops and how I started and where I'm at now, like the story wise and how it's like developing and being more creative, especially creative as I go along. So, all
right, cool. All right, well, I mean, Martha, I know you said you had to leave early because you have work in the morning, so
yeah. I don't have these black eyes. I do apologize. I may look like a raccoon. It's because I had a concussion at work like a week ago.
I read that on Facebook.
Yeah, I read that. Yeah.
So it's not from all the comic book work.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm sorry that happened to you. I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah. I did a little trip in the back, going to the restroom.
Wow.
And I work at the most magical place on the earth, Magic Kingdom, Walt Disney World. Thank God they have good medical.
Good stuff.
Before going, Martha, count one more. I just pledged.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I hope that you send out links to me if you're not my friend already, because I do want to check out your campaigns. I'm very curious. I hate to leave because I'd like to hear all your guys' stuff. I'll watch the video later.
You're actually on my list. I didn't know.
Awesome.
Yeah, well, in the show notes are all the links to everybody's campaigns. I do that for everybody. So,
and I think I've supported JD before, but I'm like, I'm not, trying to avoid anybody because we talk about it and stuff like that. And my thing is I like to share. Sharing is the biggest part. Sharing. I see people share from me. They help me out, and I help them out. And I love to see what people have. So, and I like to support and help as much as possible. Not just because the helping game. It's just also because I'm just independent comics is my thing. I like to look at what you guys have, and then also I'm an artist. So if you guys want an artist, I like to do artwork. I can also, contribute to some art too. So I'm up to it.
Awesome.
So feel free to reach out to me because I like doing fan art.
All right, cool. Sounds good. Thank you. I'm gonna pull up Ben's because I know Ben's also on a time crunch. So let's.
I'm in the middle of a birthday party.
You're in the middle of a birthday party?
I'm in the middle of my father-in-law's birthday party. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Dude.
What? I'm at his party right now, or I'm in his office right now.
Oh snap! Okay.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'm sorry if I'm off.
No, that's fine. That's fine. So we got Warhawk and Magni Adventure. So talk to me. What do we got here?
So I'll make it quick. So we did a couple of volumes called Always Punch Nazis on Kickstarter a couple years ago, and they were successful. They were political comics. Actually every genre, including political. But this, we did something called Warhawk and Magni, some short stories about a Captain America style character, a Native American Captain America style character in Europe in World War II. And then there's a character called Magni, that guy right there with the red cape. He is basically a Superman style character raised by Hitler. So we did 3 short stories through those 3 volumes. And Jay Hewer and I, Jay wrote them, Stephen Wilcox and I did the art on the different stories. We decided, and then we did more stories, new ones. So what this is a double feature, Warhawk and Magni Adventures double feature, number 1 and 2. We have the first issue collects those 3 stories from the 3 Always Punch Nazis volumes. And then issue 2 is all new stories. I did art on a full issue, a full story. And then we have a short story in there as well by a guy named Jeff Marriott, who worked at Wildstorm. He was the editor and writer at Wildstorm for a long time, and he's a big novelist. So, and then my friend Kurt Belcher did the art on that short story. I'm extremely proud of the 2 books. So there's 4 covers because we did flip books. You read a story and you turn it over, and there's another story. So we have 4 covers over 2 issues. That's a page of mine. I'm an okay artist. That's one of my favorite pages, so that's why I put it there. Warren Montgomery did colors and letters on my story. So that cover right there is Kurt Belcher. Jorge Cortez did colors. The very first one that you saw up there with all the red, that I have to shout out to Netho Diaz, who's a big Indy Comics guy and has moved on to Marvel doing Predator. At the very top is the Netho Diaz cover. Anyway, so he... Yeah, right there. That's Netho Diaz, nice. His cover of the 4. That's his cover. And then we have another cover by Kevin Norman with Warhawk jumping in a parachute. That page right there is Kurt Belcher. That's Kevin Norman's page. Cover of issue 1. And then Kurt Belcher does a cover, and Stephen Wilcox. That's a Stephen Wilcox page right there from issue 1, nice. With Magni, of course. So I went for a low, that's my pinup of Warhawk. And I went for kind of a low funding level because, I don't do naked comics. Not that there's anything, I have anything against it. I'm not insulting it, but I don't do it. I don't do it with all the topless covers and everything. So, and I honestly believe that, those are what sell. So my friend made a very good Kickstarter not long ago, Jay Hewer, and he had a tough time. It's a beautiful looking book, wrestling comic with some fantasy mixed in, and he had a tough time. So I was like, you know what? Let's just go for a low thing and just get it funded. So we were up to about $600 of my $500 goal, and the $200 pledge canceled. And it was one of these guys, which is probably a whole nother topic for another show, that come in and ask if you need help, right, with your campaign to get more eyeballs on it. And he pledged $200. So I knew that it was going to go away, and it did. So I'm at $400 out of a $500 goal right now. So I am low. I have 3 weeks, so I'm not concerned. It'll be okay, So yeah, as add-ons, I have the 3 Always Punch Nazis volumes. We got sticker packs. I'm just proud of the books, 2 flip books, 4 beautiful covers. I got Jeff Marriott, which is just a huge thing for me, Wildstorm alumni. And then Stephen Wilcox doing an amazing job, and Kurt Belcher, and I did my thing. And then, of course, Warren Montgomery did the colors on Stephen Wilcox's cover right there. He did the colors in sort of old school design. So anyway, I guess that's about it, unless there's any questions.
No, it's like, so I mean, you got 2 issues here. Are you planning on doing any more with these characters? Or?
Absolutely. The 3rd issue is in production right now, and that's what makes it tough too. Now I'm thinking about it, like I'm having a tough time funding this book no one's heard of, at $500. And so I have a 3rd issue. Stephen Wilcox did breakdowns. Kurt Belcher is doing finishes on a full issue with these 2 characters. It'll be Warhawk and Magni number 3. The cover is done. Some art is done. We're early on in that project. So yeah. So anyway, now I'm planning a Kickstarter for a 3rd issue of this property, which I love. I love the property. I'm proud of it, but it's going to be a tough one, even at $500. And it's only going to have 2 covers because it's just going to be 1 issue flip book. So anyway, that's what's going through my mind right now. After the third issue, will we do more? I have no idea. We'll see. I got a lot of things I'm working on right now. This is just one little project to get out of the way to move on to others. So.
Gotcha. Now that third issue, is it a continuation of this series, or is it just like a one shot?
It's a one shot. It's a brand new story with the two characters.
Okay, so you might want to start at number 1 again. That's all.
Well, yeah.
That's
Okay. Hey, I love it. Do a one shot number 1. Right. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Yeah, because that I found that that sometimes helps.
Yeah. No, I'll take that as good advice. Absolutely.
So yeah, no, I mean, it looks like a great book, man. So this looks awesome, and I know you've done a bunch of other stuff as well. So,
as far as comics in the past,
yes,
yeah. So I actually got a proof of issue 1. Issue 2 is not quite done. Issue 1, I got a proof. So that's upside down. This is Kevin Norman's cover, and then Kurt Belcher's cover. So the first one is 100%. I'm working on something else called Kanan the Marauder. This is just a sketchbook that I put together. And it's just black and white stuff with pages that I'm working on and pinups for a Conan style, Conan the Barbarian. That'll be a 4-issue and a series, and I'm planning on Kickstarter for that. And then my crowning achievement, my goal, my biggest thing I've done in comics is a series with Red 5 Comics, carriers, weaponized carrier pigeons, and their New York adventures. And we put 5 issues out with them a year and a half ago or so, and this is the trade paperback. And all of that.
Wait a second, hold that one up. Hold on.
Carriers,
yeah. Weaponized carrier pigeons and their New York adventures, kind of like the turtles.
Yes,
Yeah, I sold it out. That's good.
I bought the trade. I like that book.
Oh wow! Thanks so much. You, Jay? Thank you.
Yeah, I enjoyed that book.
Very good. I appreciate that. It was post-pandemic, so the numbers were skewed from previous, but it was the best. The first issue was the best post-pandemic sales for Red 5. So I wear that as a little
very cool.
Like that,
Yeah. No, very nice. Very nice. All right, cool. Are you doing more work with them?
I would love to. I love those guys over there, and I've got some friends. I'm actually part of their staff now. I'm going to be on retail relations. We're working on that right now. So hopefully my name will be in the books going forward soon, and I'll actually have some duties. There were some management changes, and they have lots of cool things planned. And
are they based out of California as well, or no?
Red 5, no, they're Houston.
Okay.
Yeah. A guy named Joshua Starnes was there. He's moved on to something else. Scott Chitwood is now the sole publisher running that thing. And they're great. He's a great guy, And so he's got the next year planned out. So if any of my things, including things I haven't even talked about, if anything goes with them, it'll be mid to late 2025. So whether my current projects, Kanan the Marauder, for example, whether it gets with them, it's kind of up in the air. I don't know if I can wait that long, as much as I like them and I'm happy to work with them again. So we'll see.
All right, cool, man. It sounds you're well on your way. So Ben, it was good meeting you. I mean, I don't know if you have to go to your party or if you want to hang out for a while. It's up to you. Yeah, either way,
I'll hang out until my wife pokes her head back in again. I want to hear. I don't want to run from you guys as you're telling your story. So
I know the feeling.
I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Martha. Yes, feel better. All right. So hold on. Let me pull up Carissa's real quick.
Redemption number 75, the big anniversary issue.
We're not going to scroll through the whole thing.
Probably advisable.
Because it's a little long.
Yeah. I fucking love you,
do you want me to play the video though?
If you want to play it, it's got the new song that we had made for book 2, so that's available as an add-on. We have 2 songs written by Permissible Indulgence that is sang and wrote just for our characters. So if you want to play it, you can hear the new music and the first part of it, and then the second part's a summary. If everyone wants to see it, then that's sure.
All right. Well, let's go. Let's see what we got.
Looks good. I like the logos.
Thanks.
Nice. I like it.
Thanks.
Uh-huh.
You're way past your goal. Wow.
Well, this is the fastest I've ever gotten this high. I funded in 2 hours, I double funded in 12 hours, and I triple funded in 1 week, and that's never happened before. And my last issue, I didn't reach 100 until like 4 days before my campaign ended, and that was a longer campaign. So I'm happy to do this is. And thank you, Michael, who says he's excited to read the next issue.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So
go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, so we have a new colorist this time, Matt Chambers. So the colors looks like HD. It's very nice. We have a new letterist, SK, who's absolutely phenomenal. And then we have a very popular cover. Usually the cheapest cover goes fast, like more, but now it's this cover and the next cover, which are more expensive, are actually ahead. And this cover is from Jeremy Rampak, which is the interior artist for Injustice and Resident Evil. He worked for Marvel, DC, IDW, Blizzard, Capcom. Just absolutely phenomenal. Colored by Dave Kemp, who worked on Spider-Man and Spawn and all that stuff. And It's a gorgeous cover. We have it in metal too, which looks awesome. We sold a bunch of those. So we also have the metal trading card for it too.
Very good.
And these are the pages. That's our giant salamanders, which we have of course, plushie for. And it's our homage to Lickers for anyone that plays Resident Evil 2. So. Yeah.
Nice. So I mean, I remember. Well, we've spoken before. So I mean, how many issues is the series? You signed up for?
So series 1, which I can end at and be happy, and it's got a great ending, and I love it. And just don't read the epilogue. It's 45 issues already written, and the whole series so far. There's a series 2 that's complete. That's 45 issues as well, and then issue 3 is 1 book in, so about 10 issues, and then there's a prequel. So there's about 100 plus issues.
All right, so 3, maybe 4 years, you'll be done.
Yeah. We're doing.
What are you talking about? She'll be done by the end of 2025. What do you mean 3-4 years?
I have 6 campaigns this year, and possibly a 7th, because I kind of want to go into book 3, because book 3 is my favorite. It's Resident Evil 2. Pretty much, they're in a haunted. They're in an infested zombie apocalyptic city. The virus is created in a unique way. It's something unique about it, and and we have a zombie zoo. So obviously, I'm looking forward to that. So
nice.
Cool.
We're all out here just chasing Corissa. That's what I mean, she's gonna start releasing stuff on a bi-monthly schedule. If
I thought my fans could afford it right now, I would do monthly because I have enough. But probably not yet. My fans are loyal, but poor, like me. So,
so Corissa, where are you finding all of your vendors for all of your tchotchkes?
Oh God. Well, mostly I stalk other conventions. I don't do con tables anymore, except for Nashville. I can't stand doing them. I don't like them, but I love going to them. So I found the my plushie queen at one in Chattanooga. She's amazing. I've had 9 other creators now do plushies from her. The Anubis, though, is commercially made. This is my first commercially made plushie. It's a pre-order. I ordered 100, and they did I was panicking when ordering. I was like, I don't know how this is going to look. He's such a unique character, and but he's actually become pretty popular. So sold some of that, and they should be shipping next week. So usually I don't like to do Kickstarters until I have things in hand. I already sent 8, 9, and 10 and all their variants to the printer, so it arrives on Monday. So these will be shipped out within probably 24 hours, as long as the payment goes through. And if I'm not snowed in, it's gonna be 60 degrees on Friday. So, but yeah, I get these out super fast. I don't like to make people wait. I'm ending it at night this time, but normally I ship out that day. So this will be the next day that it ships out.
All right, cool, very nice. And I would imagine this was the Anubis was the one I was on for a second. This guy.
Yeah, you can get the foam staff, which I ordered these because everyone wanted plushies, and I wanted to get something more affordable because the I don't get a lot of profit from the handmade ones. They're so expensive to make. But for $29, you get that's the foam staff, and for $39, you get the 3D staff that you can hold or take off. So yeah, and people have been buying. Some have bought both. I don't know why, but I mean, more power to you. But there's only 100 available now. If they sell out, I might get 300. The local store wants to get some. So, but our zombie, which is our zombie mental patient in a working straight jacket, has working, buttons and clasps and stuff. But the fun part is the back number, which is embroidered. You can put your birthday, or you can put the birthday of someone that drives you crazy, and it can be your little zombie mental patient. But I sold a couple of those as add-ons. My mom bought one. I don't know why. She doesn't like comics. She buys mine but never reads them, and she doesn't like horror, but she thought he was adorable. So I had two for sale, and now there's one. So.
It's like universally cool. Like, I like it.
He's adorable. He really is adorable. You can't see his hair in that picture, but he has these stagnant little hairs because my artist added it, and I was like, "Can you add hair?" So now he's got hair. Cool.
All right, cool. I mean, listen, you're well on your way. You got what, another 11 days?
I did a lot shorter. I'm tired.
What did you do this time? 21 days? 20? How many days?
I think I did 23, so that it ends in like February 1st. So yeah, I did 23. I like to do 21. My goal in life in the next couple of years is to do 1 week campaigns and just do it monthly and just be done.
I told you.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's coming. She's coming.
And you'll publish the rest of us, right? You'll publish the rest of us?
Yeah. I'm actually probably going to publish a couple of people. Like Jeremy Rampack that you saw that worked, for Marvel and I think he's actually probably going to publish through me because he's going to put my logo on it and I'm going to sell it through the Kickstarter for him. So hopefully that works out. I just really love that guy. I mean, his art is so phenomenal and his comic book looks amazing. But yeah, I just want to get my damn story done. There's so many. I don't want to be doing this for 20 years. So, I mean, I don't mind doing it for 20, but I want to get the story out. So yeah, we're still writing. So, and for anyone that doesn't know, well, it's, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Supernatural, Resident Evil, Silent Hill, Evil Dead, The Crow, Good Omens, all that fun stuff put together. But it's written, I write the story and I write everything, all the characters except for Draven. So Draven is written by my co-writer. So when you read it, the two main characters are two different people writing. She writes the thoughts and speech of Draven. And you could tell because my poor character never thinks and talks too much, and he hardly talks and thinks a lot. So you could tell I'm completely different. So
that's really cool.
Character's obviously more like me. No. I scared him.
Hey guys, I hate to leave before I hear the rest of you, and I apologize for that. It's really nice to meet everybody.
Nice meeting you.
It was nice
to meet you too, Ben.
Nice meeting you, Ben. Hopefully everything goes well at the party. You don't get lambasted for being with us for so long.
I'll go get some cake. They already sang happy birthday. Oh. But anyway, I will.
Good time to go back then.
I'd like to be back on this show. I'd like to hang out with you guys some more.
Yeah. Listen, I got no problem bringing you back The one person we're not going to be bringing back is Calderon. You know what I mean? He's out for the show. It's not his anymore. This belongs to me. I don't have the control panel, so it is what it is. You know? So if you're going to cut out, thanks again for hanging with us, man. I appreciate it. All right.
Nice to meet you.
Bye, JD, wherever you are.
All right, so now this is when this becomes the Skinemax channel. Carissa, you could take off, but David and I are gonna start going topless. And
I don't know if I want to miss that. I mean, how
it's all
often
hair
I
on the
get to do that?
shoulders, and no, you don't want to go there.
I
have dollar bills somewhere, man. I don't know. Somewhere.
Listen, feed
Just
our
do
campaign.
comics.
Feed
Just
the
throw
campaign.
comics in.
Feed the campaign. So, all right. Well, until he comes back, I can't show anything up there. So let's talk about why you don't want to do any more conventions. Damion, do you want to do conventions or not?
Sounds like a
I want
no.
to do small ones.
Yeah,
wanna
I like
do,
small
one
ones.
days.
Small ones is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, dude.
I like this whole last year I took off from conventions.
Okay.
I did one convention in September in Hamilton, Illinois. BergCon. I did little one day, and mainly because there were people there that I wanted to see and I hadn't seen them in a while, and I wanted to hang out. And it was great, and I made money. And it's a 3-hour car drive, and I still made money. So
that's how you do it, dude. And it was a one-day show.
It was one day show.
There you
I
go.
love
I really
shows.
think
Love
there's
one
enough
day
of
shows.
them.
You know, all right. You don't like the multi-day shows, Carissa.
I hate all the shows, but I prefer the one day shows. And if I am going to do multi-day, I only on Saturday and Sunday. Nobody comes on Friday. I don't care about Fridays. But I hate, there's a couple of reasons why I hate being at them. I like the small local ones. I like the cheap.
Okay.
I did a $40 table and I made like $200. It was awesome.
Okay.
The only one that I've ever really made my money back on, and it was absolutely positively worth it, is Nashville. I have a table there. I'm hoping to panel there someday. But I love them. It's the right amount. It's the big enough that people come to it, and there's just enough stars to attract them. But it's not busy enough where they don't have time to come to my table and talk to me and hear me babble on about my story. But when I went to like Lexington, that had like every actor in the book, not only could they not hear me because it was so incredibly loud, they're busy going to actors and racing back and forth. I saw this one guy with a giant hammer so much, I was like about to trip him. I was so sick of seeing him. I was like, this guy just keeps going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Drove me crazy. So I actually rather attend them. I actually did better. I attend them and I bring my hardcovers and like I give them to everyone that I do autographs for, or I trade them with other creators for their issues and stuff. I had a really good time at the Supernatural convention. I was trading them back and forth with people. And I had a really good time at that. But as far as having a deal,
the hardcovers are your premium items. Why are you giving them away? Give away the single issues.
These are the damaged ones. I got refunded, so I've been giving them away. But like nice. Jared Padalecki from Supernatural has mine. I don't know if he's gonna read it, but he took it. So I can't stand being behind the table for 4 days. I want to go out and talk and do whatever. But Nashville's 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. I enjoy it. But when I have to get a hotel and drive to it, I never make my money back. And I'm sure eventually I would. It's just dragging all the stuff there. Screw it. I'll just
I understand. I understand, but there's things that's going to happen at the convention at a big one that it's not going to happen at a little one, right? And that's going to be the mainstream press. And that's one of the things I've been lucky with when I do the bigger shows is that I get the mainstream press. I don't know why.
But I think you're better at it than me. Like I'm a talker and I'm a New Yorker and an Italian New Yorker. I really have no excuse, but I do not like to shout at people to come over. I feel like I'm bugging everybody. I don't have it in me. And I especially hate starting the talk when I know I picked the wrong person to talk to and I can't stop because I'm in the middle of my spiel and I'm like, I know they're not going to buy it. I just want to say, go away.
But that's where you got to have a team at the table who drops the code word. You know what I mean? I got a code word. We got a code word. So we know, okay, once the code word is shouted or spread around the table, we know Rescue J.
My husband's code word is kennel corn from King of Queens. And so every time I left the table, first of all, I kept saying code word is one word, not two. But he every time I leave, he would text
Afraid.
kettle corn.
Don't beat him up, dude. Don't beat him up. He's there with you.
He codes the word texting me. They don't know what they're texting. You don't need a code word when you're texting somebody. But it was still fun to look down. I'm like, kettle corn. Okay, I gotta go. But yeah, I already have my table from Nashville. If anyone comes to Nashville, you can come visit me.
When is the Nashville one?
June 1st, I believe.
Okay.
It's at the let me double check. Yeah, June 1st and 2nd, and it's at the Nashville Fairgrounds.
Okay. When's your next show, Damion? Have you booked anything?
No, because I'm focusing on getting my books done.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Can you guys
scripts
hear
I'm
me?
sitting on.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we can hear you, Daphne.
Yeah. I had to move to her system because my system, of course, decided to reboot during the middle of the show. I was like, nice.
Listen, we had fun. Me and Damion were topless. Carissa was.
I was giving out dollar bills, man.
It was a pure
Oh,
bacchanal.
Good. Listen, I don't really mind because the punishment was all in seeing Jay topple. I'm just happy.
I just heard in my head, somebody kept telling me, do the truffle shuffle, and I just
Yep.
Very nice, very nice. And of course, I left my question list downstairs. So
we're so beyond questions. We're just free. It's free form, baby. It's the old Disney Channel, free form. Fuck it, right? We're out. We're out here, right? We're talking about conventions. We're talking about things that we haven't done.
Conventions suck. Why do you keep talking about conventions? How many conventions? You've been into 2 conventions in what, the last 3 years?
Thank you. Finally, somebody's on my side about conventions. I have been yelled at every show. Why do you think cons suck? Because they're loud, expensive, and a lot of work.
You did 3 conventions.
Three,
you did 3, and you made money at one of them.
I went to 10 last year.
Right.
I bought 11.
You made just enough money at one of them to cover for the other 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm up on the year.
Like you're up what? $20?
No, 27.
And that's at least a cheeseburger. That's $7.
I actually sold my table because after the horrible time I had at Lexington, I heard that Huntsville was more busy, and I was like, I'm not going. So I sold my table to somebody there.
Lexington was my home show. Not to interrupt you, I'm sorry. That was my home show. They're an hour away from me.
Yeah, it's busy. Did you get a table? You still lost money?
Yes, and I'd sell out, and I still would not, because it went like in increments of 100 over the course of 3 years.
Yeah,
it's a $500 table now to even be in a position where you can get to people. Because
and where we were, it was they squeeze you in and you can't get out on either side. You have to walk all the way down, and I was stupid and paid for electricity, but I shared it with everybody at all the tables. So I had like 12 people.
Did they hit you off at the end of the show?
Did they? I didn't go on Sunday. I just went home. Like I didn't even stay the whole time. I got nothing on. I got more on Thursday because people could hear me because nobody was there yet. Friday I got a couple, and Saturday nothing, and I just went home. I was like, screw this. So, yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Give me my comics if you want to sell mine, but they can't even hear me. Like I tried to explain the story to people, and they can't even hear me. Like it was so crowded. It was just not. I didn't have the. I had too much anxiety being there. I just could not do it.
Well, the COVID restrictions got relaxed, and so they said, let's pack everybody in that we can.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
and the people that wore masks,
maybe 8 feet.
I couldn't hear anybody that had a mask. Like, they'd talk to me, and I'd be like, I can't hear anything. I already can't hear people as it is. So the mask is like, I can't hear anything. There was no mask mandate, but they were still wearing it. So, I hated it. I do want to go back to it though, to like attend, like to go and like.
It's a nice show. It's really a nice show to go and visit, but you don't want to stay there.
Yeah.
I mean, Calderon hates shows. I love the shows.
Well, dude, I've been doing shows since '92. Okay. I've literally done hundreds upon hundreds of shows. Hundreds.
Yeah.
Upon hundreds. I've done
10, and I already know
probably done way more than you've done.
And that's okay. Listen,
but the thing is,
not a
it's
business
not that I hate
contest.
them. Here's the part that I don't like.
What don't you like?
I don't like. It's the time sink that goes into it. When we used to do San Diego Comic-Con, we would prepare the entire year to go to that damn show.
That's why you
Right.
don't do the San Diego fucking Comic-Con.
Dude, and here's the thing though. When I did San Diego Comic-Con, I had free airfare because we used our points. Hotels we split between like 7 or 8 people.
Right, because you had most of them lying on the floor with the extra
Exactly.
pillows in the room.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get that.
that's And the thing is, and we made money at that damn show, and it's
Those
still
were
a
the
headache.
days.
And it was a fun show, but
Was
it was
that
just
before
like,
it was $1,000? Is that before it was $1,000 a table or?
well, they have a small press area at the time. It was $450 because you got to remember they have an independent publishers area, then they have a small press area where it's like for really smaller publishers. So where we would probably all fit in, and at the time it was $450. It might be $550 now. It might be $6, but still way more reasonable than what you would normally see, and especially for a show of that size, because there are a lot of people that come through, and I mean I had a regular crowd that came through every year asking me. It says, "Oh, what do you got new? What do you got new?" And it was every year. It was a lot of fun. You understand? But the thing is it does get a bit exhausting. To have me to do
say it doesn't get exhausting, but
because Daphne and I don't know if you've ever done a schedule like this, but Daphne and I did a schedule where we did a show. We did at least 2 years running. We did at least 2 shows a month, sometimes 3.
See, but that's fucking crazy.
Is it? But if you're gonna do it seriously, you're gonna do it seriously.
Yeah,
right.
But you know what? When you got a day job, right, and you're trying to produce as much content as you're producing, and if you're saying A, you're not having fun, B, you're not making the money on it. Why are you doing 2 shows a month?
Oh no! At the time, I was making money.
Okay, so that's a different story.
You got to understand. Even if you are making money, it still sucks the fun out of it, because the thing is there's so much time put in. I'd rather spend.
That's
time
a hustle. That's our hustle. We could have chose anything fucking else. We were all stupid enough to pick comic books. Plain and simple.
Could we though?
You scared
Could
him.
we have chosen that?
I did scare him. I did scare him away.
Yeah, no. I just love the fact that Daphne's little icon shows up.
I'll tell you, if you can go to Nashville and it doesn't cost you an arm and a leg, Nashville's a great place to go. The table's $150. It was like a huge table. Like I think it listed it as 6 feet, but it felt way more than 6 feet. It's very wide, because usually they're narrow and then long, and they don't tell you how narrow it is. They just tell you. So it's very long.
How far is it? How far is it from the Marriott Gaylord?
Oh, it's not far at all. I think from 30 minutes, if that. I don't think.
Okay.
Very far.
Where do they have it?
It's at the fairgrounds.
Okay.
Inside. It's indoors. But it's they had good parking. We were under a roof thing, so you walk right in. The vendors can go right in. They had food vendors right there. It's not too big. The bathrooms are on either side. It's just the right amount of size to get people to come. I had people, they go around 4 times, come back and then buy. It's like it's not, you don't get lost in the shuffle.
I think that's a 16-hour drive for me.
Yeah,
that's a little far.
Hold on, guys. I just want to pull this up.
Oh, look at that!
This guy again.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Hold on, let me play his video.
Play that fucking video, baby.
Unstoppable.
I like it.
Where's the audio? Where's the music?
I kind of hear something.
There's no voiceover.
I hear something. Put it up.
I was gonna say I hear audio, but
yeah, I hear audio. That is not audio. Audio is high. I guess it's on your computer.
That might have been the bird.
Oh,
or one of them.
The demon bird. All right, so there's no audio over here. Okay,
that looks amazing.
You listen. The only reason I played is because I know the guy who did the video, so he deserves all the credit he can get, right, Chompy?
Yeah. Well, there was,
was it Chompy that did it for you?
Yeah. There was a few people who put this together. A few, not just Chompy. Chompy was part of it. Yes, he was a big part of it, but I'm a big part of it too. It came from this noggin. Okay,
what cover song? No, what are you talking about?
This big one, right? 7 5/8. If anybody wants to give me a fitted hat for the holidays. But the idea behind this, Shield of the Interceptor, for anybody who has known of the sword Excalibur, what if there was a shield that went with it? In all of the research I've done, I've never heard about a shield. I've heard about a sword, which was Excalibur, a dagger, a spear, and a cloak, right? So by utilizing the concept of a shield, it allows me to play with the mythology but not be bound by the rules. And here we are. We're on the 5th issue of the series. The first 2 issues, it's one complete story. Issues 3 and 4 is a complete story, and issue number 5 starts a 4-issue arc. Is the first one for this. It is illustrated by Andres Barrero. It is written by me. It's colored by Champe Ramirez, lettered by my wife, and the cover, we're only doing one cover, is by Francesco Tomaselli. He's done covers for Spawn, Transformers, Power Rangers, Darkwing Duck, Superman, Green Lantern, and more. We do trading cards with the campaign. So that's one of the things that I've always added as a stretch goal. That's my one tchotchke that I always got to bring in there. And it's grown pretty big. So if people just want the trading cards, they can get the trading cards and not the book. We are also adding on to the trading card set the very special early bird holochrome card that was not for sale. It was only for backers in the first 24 hours. We have unlocked stretch goal number 1. We are about $150 away from stretch goal number 2, and they are trading cards. Our very first reward tier is for the $10 book. But it's not just the book. It also includes shipping and at least 2 different cards. So we're trying to stretch everybody's dollar a little bit more. Not only can you get the first 5 issues of Shield of the Interceptor, you can get Storm Chasers number 5, which is his first appearance. You can get Unstoppable Origins number 1, which has his origin story. And then you can also have this added on, which is my source book. So if anybody remembers the old Marvel Universe handbook or DC's Who's Who, right? So we've got our book, we've got our pinup, we've got our origin, a biography, the power set, and then we got stats of some of the characters that you're going to be reading about in Shield of the Interceptor or in any other books you pick up. Then we've got our t-shirts that are down there. Other than that, that's it. We're doing well. We're funded, and we've got another, I think, 20 days left to go.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted that card. I had to get it.
Great art.
Thanks. Which one? The wizard special card?
The early bird card, yeah.
The early bird card, yeah. So I got the idea. I stole the idea from Tom Hutchison. He did very early wizard, right, where they were still using the purple and white star theme. I went more for the later magazine style cover of wizard, but I still added the star theme in there, and I'm excited to put it up. A lot of people liked it, and I'm glad people are flocking to it. That's it. That's it for right now. And I just wish, you guys could have heard the audio. But if you want to hear the audio on your own, check out Shield of the Interceptor right now on Kickstarter, and you can pop that bad boy in your computer and listen to the video on your own.
Exactly.
Oh, and this is the shirt. This is the second shirt that's on there, right? It's him bursting through the brick wall, and so it's all in there, guys.
I hear a bird.
The demon bird.
I'm in Daphne's office. Is where Einstein lives. Einstein is our African gray. Yeah, and we have 2 parakeets to go with him. So
demons. I've been there. They've tried to attack me.
Yeah, they seriously, like, you have no idea. They will really. Einstein will anyway.
Yeah.
All right, I just wanted to show everybody real quick. This is the Oswald Chronicles, issues 1 through 6. If I was there and I remember, we're 81 backers. We're already funded. We got another 7 days to go. I did a short campaign, 21 days. What's funny is I lost backers here today, but I got them back.
Oh,
2 other ones.
That's right. You were at 2192 last night.
Yeah. Now, what's funny is I think the same dude who pulled 200 from what was it? Who was it? Jeff or Ben? Damn it! What was the guy's name? Yeah, Ben Ferrari. When he was on this, I think it was the same guy who pulled 200 from his, pulled 200 from mine. So yeah, it's one of those guys. He's trying to get business for himself, So, and for the first 45 physical backers, I'm giving out a coaster and his pin. And I also announced for once we hit 100 backers, we're giving out a trading card. And when we hit 2.5, 2,500, we're gonna give out.
That you were gonna say 2.5 million. I was like, boy,
I wish.
That's a hell of a fucking stretch there, brother.
That's a hell of a stretch to go. Yeah, exactly. But there's some pages here for everybody to look at. This is for when Oswald was in Dream and he was the emperor. In Dream, he got married, had a life, lived 80 years in Dream, and then he comes back to the real world. And this is basically him giving his side of that story to his friend Diane. And this is the last 2 issues, but there's also the first 4 issues are available as well. So there's all issues 1 through 6. So there you go. So you can go check that out at your leisure.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Because
Damion, hold on, wait a second. Damion, what's your question? Because you said
Damion, before you ask your question, hold up here. Hold up, because I was a small little blip on
There's
the
nothing small about you. Go ahead.
Damn right, there's nothing small about me, baby. You know what I'm saying? Come on, the New York born and bred. But these are the way the holochrome cards look.
Yeah, those are nice. Yeah, those are.
So this is the one for the returning backers, right? So that's the Shield of the Interceptor one, right? This is our Vicky Styx card. This is our New York versus the World shiny holochrome card, and this is our Limbo Open Almost All Eternity shiny holochrome card. Right, there we go. There they go. All right, so they're there, and they are going to be shipped in these nice top loaders. So there's no. We're trying to minimize as much damage on the cards as possible.
Yeah, because he ruins them putting them in. But go ahead, Damion. What's your question?
All right, I wrote it down this time.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I try to do more of the existential, big brain questions. So sorry, I realized that sounded really bad. So, how do you perceive the role of independent comics in challenging and shaping societal norms and values?
Whoa.
And do you believe that through your work you contribute to a larger dialogue about the human condition?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You got layers. You went deep.
Interesting. My answer will always be no. Next.
I mean, that is hard, dude, because I don't speak to everybody who's bought the book, right? So I don't know what I am contributing to. I will say I have had moments at conventions.
Hold on, this is all you contributing.
Emotional damage.
You can only do that because you're on Daphne's thing.
She has an awesome computer.
I see.
She really does. She really does.
If only the audio.
Listen. Hey, this is for you too.
Problems of our own. Let the lower creatures fend for themselves.
That's my favorite movie when I was a kid.
Oh.
You gonna keep it up, Jack?
I will send you to Jesus.
There you go.
What the hell?
Oh my God! You know what? From this point, Jesus is gonna have to take the fucking air out my lungs to keep me from doing what I'm gonna do to you next time I see you. All right?
Which is what, dude? You're like, wait, what are you gonna do? You gonna run at me? Because you'd be out of breath and have a heart attack by the time you get to me.
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
I am a highly trained athlete. Okay, buddy.
All maybe right? 30 years ago.
You see this? That right? 30 years ago.
I felt that.
I moved as little as possible, so don't look at me.
Dude, 30 years ago, my nephew was eating, right? He's a
welcome to another edition of Thunderdome.
I was about to do a bit, and you ruined it with one of my favorite movies ever. How you gonna?
Yeah, we don't need to find a way home.
You know what I'm saying, bro? That is a great tag there. It's a great fucking tag. I love it.
So I know exactly where to slide in to stop you. Anyway, so answer the question, Jay.
I don't fucking remember now. No. Do I feel like I am contributing? Yes. Right. And funny thing is, when I'm at conventions, that's when I get the that firsthand exchange of information about some of this stuff. You know, am I deep? Am I poignant? Right? Is it existential? No. I'm just trying to tell a story, right? Most of it is me playing with my toys as a kid and trying to build it up into something, you know, awesome. But you know, when I have a father come back to my table with his special needs son and saying that the young man didn't put the book down from the time they got back home from the convention the day before, I feel like I contributed something, right? When I got a former coworker telling me that when her son was stationed overseas, the books that I made that he brought with him were passed around through everybody in his unit, right? And they couldn't wait for the next care package of books to be sent over to them. And I'm like, God damn. So in that regard, yeah, I feel like I'm contributing something, right? I'm giving folks, you know, just a few moments of escapism. But am I contributing to, you know, something deeper in the society? You know, are they going to make new laws about my stuff? No, that I don't think so.
But I think that's the thing, though, is that it's the small things that compound. Yeah. That's what changes the world. It's not the big things. It's those millions of small things that get you to that point.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I've had a lot of small things, bro. I've had a lot of, you know, of those small little moments that are really touching.
All right, cool. Corissa, what are your thoughts on it?
I didn't even hear the question.
You
went on a tangent and I was lost. What's the question?
How do you perceive the role of independent comics in challenging and shaping societal norms and values?
No idea.
And do you believe that through your work, you contribute to a larger dialogue about the human condition?
God, no. Not that I know. No, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't contribute to anything really. I mean, it's just a story I'm obsessed with. I don't think it's you know, massively. I can't even describe it. It's just for entertainment. So I don't know what it would contribute to, except for people wasting their time enjoying the story and getting really. I mean, people get you know, invested in my characters, but I don't know if it changes anything about anything. I don't know. I don't really know how to. I don't have no idea. I write the stories. I didn't really plan to make a comic book, so this is just me trying to write a story that I wrote 13 novels for, so I don't really know what it would contribute to. I do know it's the way some of the things are written. It's easier for people with dyslexia to read because I'm dyslexic. So that's about it. I know a lot of people that are dyslexic and they like to read it. The way the font is, the way it's sentence case or whatever makes it a little bit easier for us. Other than that, I don't know. It's entertaining, so that's about it.
Well, I mean, you've had what, 8 successful Kickstarters in 14 months. That says something. You're having an impact somehow.
I mean, I'm still shocked that people spend their money on my book. So
don't be shocked.
I definitely understand that.
I'm so grateful that they do. I'm in shock every time they do it. So I every time I don't think it's gonna fund. So you know, my first 2 artists, you know, I lost $9,000 on, and I probably should have gave up there, but I'm stubborn and just kept going. So
you're a lifer.
Yeah. You know, and it's so funny too, because I'm incredibly lazy, but for some reason I am not lazy when it comes to like the what is it? The fulfillment. Like I love it. I don't gift wrap my husband's presents, but I gift wrap every single issue. Like I don't know why. Because the first time I did it, I was sticking. I was like, oh, I don't want to just, you know, the envelopes are meant for it, but I didn't want to. Even though they're bagged and boarded, I felt like they were naked in the box. So I was like, let me wrap them in tissue paper, and then it didn't look as nice. So I went and folded it, and I'm gonna regret it if I ever have like 500 backers. But for now, I sit there all day, 12 hours, just folding.
That's a point of a big point that's been sticking with me. I've been getting a lot of Kickstarter packages with people who have done shitty shipping containers and shit with the rewards, man. And that's really starting to fucking bother me, man. I've gotten plain prints with no protection on it in a box, right? Maybe some tape keeping it stuck to the box, and I'm like, that's stupid. I've gotten packages that they come back and they're boarded, but they come in simple manila envelopes. Okay, I get it, but you know what? If you're gonna do that, sandwich the fucking book. You know what I'm saying, right?
Oh, yeah.
If there's more than one book, take the fucking book, right? And then slap the two pieces together so that way the cover of the book doesn't get fucking ruined in the goddamn manila folder. I go to the post office and I get those free Tyvek mailing sleeves, the priority or the express sleeves, and I always slide the books inside of that, and then I slide it into the hard mailer. So if it does get
FedEx,
they are free at the post office too. They are free at both. You know what I mean? So that way the books, if they do get wet, right, it's not getting through that Tyvek bag. And you know what? It's not really going to add to your shipping charge.
Yeah, so these are more expensive than the Gemini, but I do these because I have a lot of merch. So I fit like a ton and it gets bigger. But after I do this, then I do, this. So it's waterproof.
There you go. Yeah.
So and then all that is wrapped in tissue paper inside. But I'm getting good at the assembly line. But I'm gonna give you an honest answer right now. There's not been one campaign that I haven't opened 4 or 5 because I forgot to do something. Generally sign it. Like I forget to sign it. So it's you can hear me cursing like, damn it, just open all these freaking unwrap the freaking thing. Yeah, it's fun to do it. But
I typically sign everything like once I get the books from the printer because I have to number them. So I number and sign everything first. Then I bag and board. Then I start to wrap. And then I assemble, then wrap, then just keep it moving like that. But I tend to sign everything all at one time though, just to avoid that. Because I would sometimes find batches of books lying around. I said, why are these not signed? I was like,
so, Michael has a question here, right? And he goes, there are book mailers from the post office. I've been Googling like crazy to find boxes for shipping comics. The post office does not have specific book mailers. I was buying a ton of book mailers from Uline. I don't do Gemini because that extra piece of cardboard in the middle, it's for me, it's not cost effective, right? It's going to take up too much space and it's going to add to the package for 1 or 2 books. So I get a simple, just fold over hard mailer from Uline. I don't remember the dimensions, but even that for a while started to get a little bit too expensive because I got one of those credit cards with points, right? And Amazon takes the fucking points. So I buy the hard mailers in bulk through Amazon using my points, right? And the card I'm using to pay for the shipping, the card I'm using to pay for, the printing of the book, the card I'm using to pay, for all the other stuff, right? For the business. So the points keep rolling back. It becomes cost effective for me to do that because it's one less expense. And at the end of the day, when you're an independent comic book publisher, every penny counts. Every penny counts. But it's not something you're going to learn right off the bat.
I just don't like folding those things. They're like puzzles, and I like puzzles, but not while I'm working.
I don't mind folding them.
Yeah.
No, the Gemini, I got yelled at.
No. I don't even use Geminis.
I own some that are like it that I bought from Wellsprings, and I don't like them. I do like these though because I can make them ahead of time, and I always do the wrong size first, so that's always fun. But I can make them ahead of time and then just stuff them as I go, which I enjoy. But yeah, I don't like the Gemini, and I can't use them anyway. First, they don't hold the print. print's too big. You can't really put a lot in there. So yeah, I'm not a fan of Gemini.
I got two different shipping boxes. I got the hard mailer and I got those clamshells that are behind me that they're branded, right? And that's it. You know,
yeah. If I could jump in real quick, just to Michael, what he said here, he says, you guys are so generous with helping.
Michael's awesome.
Yes, Michael is awesome. And I just wanted to say, Michael, if you, I know you were talking about producing your own book, next level stuff. I would always suggest forming an LLC. I would also suggest keeping track of your expenses and hooking up with a good accountant.
I might try one of those things one day.
Right, a good tax preparer, because what it is, well, I don't know if you, especially if you have a day job, and you're paying taxes no matter what, you're at your day job. If you take a bath on your LLC, your tax preparer can prepare both at the same time.
Oh, I do have an accountant, yeah.
Yeah, so and they can deduct your losses from your day job. Now you have to, after 4 years, you do have to show a profit, or else it'll be the IRS is going to deem it as a hobby, and then they'll take away your status. So for the first 3 years, you can take a bath, and then on that 4th year, you have to show a profit. Now, profit could be $100, but it still has to be a profit. So it just depends how you play the game.
This year, there's a profit because I bought all my variant covers for 2024 and 2025, and probably some for 2026. Mm-hmm. So I don't have to buy any cover. I probably will, but I don't have to buy any covers this year. I spent $4,000 in covers just for book 2.
Fucking.
So
wait, you spent $4,000 on one.
No, on all the covers for 5 issues. So
okay, yeah.
Okay. But I'm not doing that all the time. I went. I thought I did try it once, spending more on covers and see if it helps. But mostly it's because I want the Resident Evil cover, the artist from Resident Evil. Right. My issue 9 has the artist from Buffy, from the interior artist for Buffy the Vampire Slayer comic book. Kevin Sharp, who's the interior artist for Army of Darkness. I'm still searching for Supernatural. I found one, and they're busy, and I keep bugging them until they give up or block me, whatever comes first. But I'm like, I have 100 issues. Just put me on some kind of damn list. And I tried to find Silent Hill, and they did not get back to me. So, yeah. But yeah, I got Ivan Tao too, which I don't think I'm going to get my money back, but I'm going to try because it was the most expensive cover ever.
But it's like Lori is saying, mileage, table fees, all this stuff, you could write all this stuff off. It's all expenses. And also the other thing is if you're backing campaigns on Kickstarter or whatever crowdfunding you buy from, those things are considered research.
Oh yeah.
It's research. So you can refund.
And cons that I attend, it's research.
Yeah, it's research. Exactly.
Yeah.
So you can write all that. You get your tax preparer to write all that stuff off for you. I got a decent sized check last year. I'm gonna probably get another one this year, hopefully. But we won't know until the lady does the taxes for me.
Yeah, and I need a nice decent size this year.
Yeah, Paige put up a good interest here. Would anybody here go through previews? The answer for me is yes. Nope. Jay. You're smiling.
That's a tough pill to swallow right now, buddy. It's a tough pill to swallow. Right now.
Well, I mean, listen. I mean, there are many layers to that question, right? Because you're having your issues, but the thing is, if you had the opportunity to go through previews, would you? That's the real question.
Right now, I don't know anymore. Anymore. Again, it's a tough pill to swallow. So let me lay my cards out on the table. I did make an attempt. I spent the 2 months, almost 3 months of the end of last year, getting stuff together, jumping through all the hoops they wanted me to jump through, only to be denied the last week before Christmas. And it was a heavy fucking blow, right? Because you're here and you're part of the community, and you hear how everyone loves your books, and they're saying, this should be up there, and they're comparing me to other books that are there that are just, they got there, and I'm just like, God damn it, So I'm still sitting with that sting in my ass right now. What I
But I
go
mean, but
what's
hold
up?
on, being pragmatic and being
Yeah. Yeah.
less emotional about it, right?
Okay.
We're talking about as a business person.
Okay. You never say no. You never say
Right.
no to anything in business.
Right.
Right.
So
Whether you like the
with-
person or not.
right,
Right.
eliminating the emotions from it as a business person.
Right.
Would you suggest going through this route?
Would I suggest going through this route? If you can swing it, yes.
Mm-hmm.
If your business model is not the same as your crowdfunding business model, because now you got to change, your way of thinking. You are looking more at, you're looking more at per unit sales than you are, overall gross sales.
Mhm.
And we're talking offset printing, and a lot of people in crowdfunding do not understand offset printing to this day.
Yes.
Right.
There are a lot of people who print through Diamond who don't know what they're doing through that system either. So
right. And it's a different game to play. It's a totally different game to play. Right. If you want to stand out, you got to spend dough. Over here, if you want to stand out, you got to get on everybody's live stream, because pretty much that is the most cost-effective way to do it. Facebook ads are not doing it. Twitter ads are not doing it. Instagram ads are not doing it. But you can get on, Johnny's stream, and he may have 5 people, but you may get sales from 4 of those 5 people. Then you could get on Bobby's, Billy's stream, whoever, the next one, they may have 500 people, but you only may get a sale from 1 person. Either way, you still got to hit it. Right. And it's about creating awareness. It's almost the same thing with the preview strategy, but it's scaled up 100 times over. Right. You got to get eyeballs on those books. How do you get eyeballs on the books? Not just by doing the live streams, because you are selling to the retailers. You're not selling to the consumers, right? That's the biggest change. It is crowdfunding is direct to consumer, right? Previews is wholesale. It's B2B. You're selling from business to business, and you got to prove to the businesses that you're selling to that you are capable of moving the books that are on their shelves without them having to do the extra work. So that means you got to carry that load. How are you going to carry that load? Right? Are you going to send individual videos to every store's newsletter that they can use, to post to their customers? How do you get on people's pull lists? How do you create an advocate group, right? Those evangelizers who are going to go to the stores, because we can't afford sales teams to tell the stores, hey, put this book on my pull and add 2 more copies, 3 more copies. How are you going to do that? It's a totally different mindset. A lot of people aren't even ready for the business mindset of crowdfunding, and to scale up to, the business mindset of wholesale. It's a huge jump that a lot of people aren't ready for. It's one jump that I thought I was ready for, and being denied felt like a big smack in my face. So,
look, dude, you scared Damion. David, you're right.
That's my I'm listening face.
Oh, gotcha.
Right? So if we're talking inside baseball, so this book right now, Shield of the Interceptor number 5, was actually going to be renumbered as Shield of the Interceptor number 1. If I had gotten on the stands, we were going to utilize the trade.
Damion, say something.
Something.
There you go.
we were
My
going to
question's not
utilize.
even being answered. I asked a question.
We were going to utilize the trade in previews as the equivalent of the made-for-TV movie that kicks off the series, and utilize that to generate sales, generate awareness, because trades have a lot longer shelf time than single issues do, right? Trades can sit on the shelf for months,
indefinitely.
They're gonna want to move it.
No. What I meant is you can sell them indefinitely on a shelf. You know?
Right. Whereas if you're lucky, you get 4 weeks of shelf time on a single issue.
Right.
Right. So, that's another thing that needs to be considered when you're going into B2B, into wholesale, into comic shops. So yeah, I mean, I could go on about this for hours, but it stings, like I said, because I thought I was ready. I thought we had good books, and to be denied, nobody wants to be rejected. So
but you're not saying the whole story, because I heard the whole story. So I'm like, they didn't deny you for your books. They didn't say anything about the quality of your books. They said
my marketing plan was not something that was sound enough for them.
Exactly.
Right.
So I wouldn't beat up on yourself about your books, because you produce good books, bro.
What was the marketing plan?
It was not as detailed as they liked it. Right. I was not going through the step-by-step process. I don't know if that's what they were looking for. I was just saying, this is what I was going to do. This is where I was going to do it. And this is how much money I was going to dedicate to it every month. Should I have gone, that much more in depth into it? Given a step-by-step breakdown? Maybe. But there's still other opportunities that have presented itself. Have I tried Lunar? Lunar's not picking up many
account.
indies right now. Right.
Well, then I think they froze their account.
They did.
Yeah, I heard that they weren't taking anymore.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, they'll open it up again, but it won't. I think it won't be till the summer though.
Right. So I have a couple of boutique distributors that carry my books, but it's not something that we can say we're making beaucoup bucks on it. Right. That's one of the reasons why I do offset printing, is so that way I can get it into these boutique distributors, and they can earn, they can get a little bite, whereas we get a little bite as well. But you know what? And that's another thing. When you're doing wholesale, it's not about getting little bites. This is where you're going to be making your money. So it's going to be Lunar took Image Comics, so they aren't taking any indies at the moment.
They told me that they're not taking any right now.
Yeah. But indie single sales or indie when it comes to their in stock trades, because that's a different arm of their business.
Well, I'm sure they'll take them if they're coming from Diamond. Right. You know what I mean? Because the in stock trades buys from Diamond.
Right.
Just like everybody else. So hold on. So Jay, so you went, Corissa, would you go through previews if you were given the opportunity?
Nope.
No? Now why is that?
Sounds like a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
But you're already doing a lot of work.
No, but I'm doing it for me. I'm getting paid, and I'm not gonna. No, I don't like. I don't like the whole you got to pay no matter what. I also don't think my comics would sell unless somebody pitched it. I don't think it's for me. But I'm sure it works out for a lot of people, but it's just not something that I want to bother learning about.
If I can share this, Carissa, and I'm sorry if I'm saying this out there. Recently, you had that very nice hardcover book, right?
Yep.
It was cost effective for you, and it's cost effective wholesale as well, right? Yep. And we were talking about trades having a lot longer shelf life.
Yep.
Well, that hardcover is fucking beautiful.
I thank you.
And for it to have that shelf life, I mean, you got a good shot. You got a good shot at it.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of work. I don't think that I do want to try to put it on Amazon, because I do think that it would sell pretty good. It's got a lot of genres, but I haven't looked into it yet because I'm lazy, but I plan to eventually. It's got a barcode. That took me forever to bother to want to figure out. So
well, you're not that lazy. You're doing 6 campaigns a year,
Exactly.
I don't find that a lot of work. I find that stressful, because especially this time, there's a lot of decreasing. Like I don't. Every time I wake up, somebody decreased. But they're not canceling, so I can't get too mad. But they're decreasing for whatever reason. Yeah, I don't know. I find those are mentally exhausting, whereas these are just physically exhausting. I don't know. I am gonna put it on Amazon. Somebody was gonna try to help me get it into like Barnes and Nobles and stuff. I am having it in a store here. They're buying a couple outright from me to sell. But I don't think Diamond or Lunar or any of the ones that I have to pay, I don't think that I would do for a while anyway.
You know, it's funny you mentioned Barnes and Nobles, and you're living in Tennessee now, but there was a time, I don't know if it's still being done right now, but Pace University, which is the
my brother went, and my sister-in-law work, and my nephews are at. We know Pace.
Really?
Yeah.
So you can find this out. They offer a publishing course, or they did offer a publishing course. And at the end of the year of the publishing course at Pace, they would bring in buyers from, you know, Barnes and Nobles and B. Dalton's at the time and whatever else they could get. And the objective was to try to pitch them. Not that it was going to turn into sales right off the bat, but part of the course was learning how to pitch to the big box stores.
Mm.
I didn't know about that until the guy left. The guy who was running that program left Pace.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. My whole family goes there, but I don't know anything. Both my nephews got scholarships to there.
Are you serious?
Yeah, my youngest one starts next year, and he got a full scholarship, or he got $140,000, and my nephew that's 3 years older, who has autism, he got $127,000 scholarship. He's been there for 2 years, and he's been doing really good since they put him in his own room. He didn't do well with other rooms, but did you know that if you work there full time, that your scholarship for your kids, it's free to take your kids there?
A lot of colleges are.
A lot of colleges.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So Damion, if you had the opportunity to get into previews, would you go in?
If I had the money and the team, sure. If I have to do it by myself, hell no.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right.
Yeah, well, you know, I found the question interesting. As a lot of us discuss it once in a while. I know me and Jay are constantly going over it. And like I said, it's part of my strategy, but I'm still at least a year away from it. So, you know, but I always like to hear what other people have to say about it, what people are thinking. I know Jay went through his issues with it, and you know, I stress to him, don't give up, sir. Don't give up.
Well, my second hardcover I'm going to be getting soon, so who knows?
Nice. From the same place?
Yeah, I love this. I love them. Yeah.
Way to go.
I think I got like 42 were damaged. They gave me 16 extra and 42 were damaged, and they refunded me for those 42. And then I've been giving them away. They're not damaged. Like the corners are just a little messed up.
Yeah.
But I've been giving them for, like I said, I was trading them. But I love the quality. They have they have like, I don't know, they said 9 extra colors or something, so that the colors come a lot brighter. They're very easy to work with. I mean, it arrived literally the day they said it would. It from start to finish, it's like less than 2 months. So
Nice.
And I got 500 of them. So
Nice.
I'm not looking forward to stocking the next 500, but yeah.
So 542 got damaged. So okay, it's not bad.
Well, it's 516.
516.
Yeah. They even out the boxes, I guess. So they fill it with any extra.
Right.
So
so what was that? Maybe 8%? 8% of her order got damaged?
Yeah, something like that.
And refunded.
Yeah, and refunded.
Yeah. So there you go. That's not bad.
Not bad. Okay.
And they're, like I said, they're super easy to talk to. And they answered all my annoying questions. And if you want other stuff like plushies or something, I didn't go through them, but they will look up quotes for you and talk to other distributors and stuff. So yeah.
Oh, Corissa, I'm gonna send you a message then soon, kid. You're gonna be my broker, son.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was also laughing a second ago because 8%. I didn't even do the math. I don't know if I did the math correctly, but I just pulled that number off the top of my head. Asked me to do that when I was in school. I'd be like, "Fuck this! I'm leaving early today. I can't do this shit."
I think like wouldn't 50 be 10%? So yeah, it would be about 8%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah. But yeah. Diamond. But yeah, no, it was definitely worth it. The price point was definitely worth it. I've been told by many that I sold it too cheap, which is a good sign, because if it was the other way around, it would not be as good.
So what was the cover price on it?
I sell it for $39.
That's still too cheap. Shit, I would have gone 35, and it's still moving. That's good.
Well,
shit.
Well, it's also 7 issues and 222 pages. So.
Right, it's a hardcover.
Yeah, it's hardcover. Yeah.
Typically, I mean, she could have charged 50. I think.
I was told 50, 55. But
Right.
the reason why I did 39 was because I didn't do a soft cover, so I was trying to find an in-between number where everyone could get it.
And how many pages was it?
222 story.
Not bad. And did you add any extra stuff?
I did not, because I was going to, and it was a lot more money. And I'm gonna, for the next one, I think I'm gonna have like, I think 30, 40 extra pages of sketches and variant colors and all that stuff. But
cover
this is my
gallery,
first one.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, this one did have the variant, but the way they did it, it was going to be like hundreds more, and I was just like, I just need to get this damn book out. Because I didn't know, I mean, I had to buy 500 before I even put a Kickstarter up, and I didn't know how they would sell. But I am going to put, I have sketches this time, I have variant covers, and I have some character designs, and I might do some monster character designs in there and stuff like that. So I'll probably have about, I'm definitely 20. I'm probably gonna do 40 because it'll round it to 200 pages. So
All right, there you go. All right, so well, we've made it to the second hour. Damion, I didn't exactly answer your question, but I said no initially, but who knows, maybe. You know,
here's why I ask the big questions like that, because I think fundamentally creative people can change the world. Okay. And I think even
sounds like a lot of work.
It's not. See, that's the thing. I don't think it is. I think
he's preaching, and he's got the mommy dearest weapon in his hand.
Serious.
Like, scaring the fuck out of me right now, okay?
I was like, you're not like a back alley doctor out there.
No, I'm sitting on the floor.
No wire hanger.
Exactly, no wire.
Anyway, I'm sorry. He was doing such a nice speech.
This was the worst question for this group of people. No, I just feel like we can. It doesn't take that much. Just doing what we do does it. Right. You know, even if we don't realize it's happening at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You know?
I've impacted 9 other creators to spend money on plushies. That's what I've impacted. So
way to be.
But I mean, I have similar stories as to Jay. Is like, you know, I've had parents come up to me and tell me, like, you know, they were grateful that we were there and their kids were, you know, read their books or whatever, and, you know, their autism. And they were like, you know, because at the time it was prose. It wasn't a comic, it was prose. And they were like, you know, it was the only thing the kid would read, you know, so that was always cool. I had a soldier who was stationed in Japan. He said Tall Tales got him through his term.
That's awesome.
And I think one of the reasons why I like coins so much is because the first coin I ever got was from that guy. He sent me a bronze coin. I still have it. I wish I held on to the letter. I can't find the damn letter through moves. It just got lost, but I still have the coin. And I look at it every now and again. It's a very nice coin. It's bronze, and it has like Japan on one side, and it has like the military thing on the other side. And it's cool. He says it was something that was only given to them, like the guys who served on that base. And you know, I was like, you know, like I said, that sort of thing. Yeah, it's fantastic, but it's like, but as a whole, who knows? You know, I mean, one would hope. One makes.
I mean, isn't that the goal, to leave a imprint?
I mean, my letterer called me today, and he's like, "I just want you to know that I've lettered thousands of stories, and I've never been invested in any of them but yours." And then he yelled at me for making him invested in my story. And then he was getting all concerned about my story, and he's just like, "Yeah," he's like, "I've been really invested in these poor characters that you've been torturing this whole time." I was like, "I am so sorry." But I mean, I do like it when people, you know, write to me and tell me that, you know, they just feel for my characters and I really love how I've been asked, like, well, I've never been asked when the next one's out because there's always the next one. But I haven't had that yet. But I have I've been lucky enough for people to be like, tell me that they like the characters or my positive posts or stuff like that. So it is fun. I don't think I'll ever impact like a huge amount of people, but the small amount that I do is enough for me to be happy to do it. I mean, I would have released these anyway. But to have people read it and like it is the bonus of it all. I mean, I release these for me. It's called mentally obsessed. It's like, but having other people like it is the greatest feeling in the world. And like I said, I'm still shocked when I fund. So
good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So folks, we've made it to hour 2, so well done. So please, Corissa, where can we find you and your work?
You can search Corissa Grant anywhere, or you can search Worthy Chaos anywhere, and I'm the only thing that pops up, and there's a lot of it. Kickstarter, there's always something live. We already have issue 9 on pre-launch. I didn't tell anyone about it, but there's 35 followers already. So you could see that. But yeah, search Worthy Chaos and Kickstarter. I'm the only thing that pops up. You can add me on Facebook, Corissa Grant. I talk to anybody. I'm one of those people that would be kidnapped as a kid. And yeah, I like to talk to people and babble on, in case you couldn't tell. So there you go.
All right, cool. Damion?
I'm a little bit everywhere. No, I'm joking. RUOmniversal.com. I'm on Facebook. Damion Waldbrunn, look me up. As far as what I'm working on, there might be some coming out from Thunder Zone here shortly. They might have Roma X in it. I don't know.
Cool.
Beyond that, I'm around.
All right. Mr. Rosario?
UnstoppableComics.com. You'll find all of my social media links there on the website. But please check out Shield of the Interceptor right now on Kickstarter for the next 20 days.
All right.
10 for me.
There you go.
There you go. So, yeah, my name's JD Calderon. I like that I have Daphne's name on there. That's hilarious. I didn't even notice.
Yeah. That's why I was calling you Daphne. Oh, yeah.
I wasn't paying attention. All right. But anyway, JD Calderon, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those different places. Here most Sunday nights. And don't forget the Oswald Chronicles, another, I think, 9 days on Kickstarter. Go check it out. And don't forget, everybody, all the links are in the show notes. So hit those links, buy these books. All these creators are fantastic. They all deserve your support. And thank you so much. And just remember, buy more indie comics, especially ours. Have a good night.
Way to go. Good night, everybody.
Bye.